bike run event. Do you wanna talk about that, Russell?
I'd like to talk about that.
Thanks, Stryker.
All right, thank you.
First thing I'd like to say is Mary Campbell's done a wonderful job with the bike run, and I know she's had her hands full, and in no way am I anti-biker or the event. That being said, the bike run event has evolved into a large event. It's involved vendors up at the village park. Me being in charge of the village park and the village docks, I generally go up there and look at the vendors and what they are vending. I have been up there on occasion when I haven't been involved with the village board, checking out the vendors. Through my walks through and checking out the vendors, I have found that some of the vendors, not all, but several vendors have been offering adult type t-shirts with adult language on the t-shirts. There are also adult type stickers that vendors sell for people to put on their helmets. There are also tattoo artists up there at the village park performing tattoos on people. My thing is that's a village park, it's a family park, it's family oriented up there. There's children up there swimming, there's families up there vacationing, families up there picnicking. And the only place where the families can go to use the restrooms is up in that vending area. I don't think that's a good face that the village needs to present. I feel that it's just, it's not proper for that to take place up there. I don't know where it should take place, I don't know where those vendors should be. It's just not the spot for that event. I also feel that the vendors have pretty much taken over that entire area up there. They've taken over the parking up there, they've taken over the pavilion up there. That area up there is for families and family use, and it's gotten large. They've had problems over at the church with people parking over there. We've had to have our village workers go over there and place barricades up so they wouldn't park it on the church property. And that being said, I just feel that it's not a good situation going on up there. Now, that's my opinion. If any of the board members or anyone in the audience would like to voice their concern over it, I would be more than happy to hear what they have to say about that. That's the way I feel about it. And I certainly hate to tell Mary that, but I think it's time something needs to be done about it. That's all I have. Yes, Ron?
I have to agree with you, speaking personally, because I'm also on the chamber, obviously, that runs that. Maybe it's time to have the event rent the rink and move the vendor area up there. I mean, we're trying to build the Riverwalk to get people off the main street and over to that park, because that park is probably the single best thing we've got for families. And another example, which was unfortunate, was the Hog Rally, which was supposed to be based entirely over at Bonnycastle. And that evolved, and personally, and I spoke at a meeting in the chamber about it, should not have moved from Bonnycastle. Again, lessens the amount of parking available for families that want to go there and use it. We'll put it this way, I think it'd be a good thing. It's outgrown that area, and it's not an appropriate use for it. I agree with it. I say, speaking just personally.
Thank you, Ron.
I agree with you that it's gotten so big, so popular, which is good, but for the park and having walked through it myself, the t-shirts and items that are being sold on there are not appropriate. Like you, Ron, I would like to see if we can have it approach the town and use the arena. It's a bigger place, it's enclosed. You can use the parking lot there, the parking lot of the school, possibly. And free up the park for the families.
The only interesting thing will be that from now on, because there was another issue, that it was the leap year, the weekend kind of creeped, and this year it went, July 1st was the Sunday. And it was never intended to go into July, the idea was to hold it on a slow weekend. And we've approved the calendar up to 2012, so that it won't do that again. But the reason I bring that up is it's probably always gonna be on graduation weekend, which the vendor area really doesn't generate any noise. It will generate some parking, but the graduation is usually, people get there 10:30, they're gone by noon, that sort of thing, but it's nothing that can't be worked out.
Well, I think moving into next year, just having it brought to everybody's attention, maybe having conversations with, Mary and the chamber and just deciding what direction we wanna take.
Yeah,
You okay with
that's great. No, the reason I didn't wanna bring it up, and I kept putting it off, but I think it needs to be said, and we need to let Mary know and the chamber of our feelings, so they have ample time to plan for this event. I mean, it's a big event. I mean, we certainly don't wanna spring it on the last minute, and that's why I'm doing it now.
I'll call her tonight.
Thank you.
Well, I think also, with what happened with, people reserving or trying to reserve for weddings and stuff, I think that pavilion, that park should be forever public. And that I don't think anybody should ever be made to feel that, this is ours for the weekend and, go someplace else.
Absolutely.
I walked up there and it has gotten congested up there, very congested. And I've watched it grow over the years. And I think Ronnie's right. I think the perfect venue would be the ice arena. But to walk up there and look to your left, and the first thing you see is a girl laid out on her side getting a tattoo on her hip. I don't. You're right. I don't think that's the face we want to show.
Right.
And-
In that area, not that there's.
Not in that area. Right.
Well,
Exactly.
I mean,
I mean-
go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, I was just gonna say, I just wanna make sure that there's no misconception, it's clear that the event is a good event. We just, like everyone agrees, it just needs to be in a
Well,
different.
tattoo should be done in private.
Yeah,
But then again too, though, I mean, I have to say this. If that's gonna take place, I certainly don't wanna say, okay, the town can have that at the arena. I'm still not comfortable with the town having that,
Oh.
a girl laid out having it's the town's property. It's like, go over there and I'm not gonna say, there, you can have it, Dale, you deal with it.
right, but that's,
The town's gotta be in agreement on what they wanna have over
and
there
this is
also.
all stuff, I'll set up a meeting with, Mary, Ron, if you wouldn't mind, if you wouldn't mind calling her, and then I'll set up a meeting and we can all just talk about it and just kind of move forward. That maybe by next year we can come up with a different venue for that event.
Right.